Visit Corvo Bianco and see how... okay, I'm going to do that because that literally just updated. I should probably check in. I'm just going to do that quickly. Just before we get into everything else. Because hopefully she's okay. After turning into what she turned into. We'll see. Can we put our sword away? I said put our sword away, not get out a new one. There we go. How are you doing?
I do not know how I will ever repay you, Witcher.
You don't need to.
Hope you're feeling better, that's all.
Oh, yes, I feel my strength returning thanks chiefly to Barnabas Basil's care.
Horrible ordeal you endured. Glad I cut it short.
Yes, years of suffering. Do you know what was worse than the hunger? Watching my loved ones, my children grow old and die. All my family's long gone now. The last of my kin perished decades past. I fear I've nowhere to go.
I'm gonna say she can stay here if she wants.
Big house, big estate. You can stay here.
Truly, I could never infringe so on your hospitality. Yet,
It's fine.
after all I've suffered, the years of starvation, I've but one dream. At last to prepare food that fortifies, nourishes, to delight in the tastes and smells of spices, to sit at one table with others and eat.
Don't see a problem if that's your dream. You could help Barnabas Basil in the kitchen. Eating his meals. You know he's not a culinary virtuoso.
Nothing could make me happier. Thank you.
No,
Cool.
thank you. House could use a woman's touch.
I've one other thing I'd like to tell you. Many years ago, my father assembled valuables for my dowry. I never wed, so they remained unclaimed. These baubles are no use to me now, but to you, well, perhaps let them be a token of my gratitude. If you wish to find them, you must go to my old home, to Trastamara. The dowry lies hidden in a barrel in the cellar. There are several barrels. You must give each a knock until you find the right one.
Do just that. Thanks.
Do you not miss people?
You sure you don't feel lonely out here?
I cannot say yet. Too little time has passed since you freed me of my thrall, but somehow, for now at least, I do not feel drawn to the city, to others.
Visited others' homes as a white.
Yes, but ever at night, when all were asleep, I went in search of spoons.
Remember, you can always change your mind. Decide you've lived here long enough, just say the word.
I'd never wish to seem ungrateful.
But you're
And
free.
I'd never want you to stay against your will.
So where did you learn how to cook?
I'd never expect someone with your past to feel drawn to the kitchen.
Do you fear I will cook in your home as I brewed as a white?
Counting on you having slightly better taste as a human.
Of that, you can be sure. I loved cooking, even as a child. My gran was a true master in the kitchen. Her spit-roasted ox was famed throughout the land.
Thought you were a lady, owned an estate.
Do you mean to say a woman of my rank should have had a cook? You're right, of course. And I had the best of cooks. But I devised the dishes myself. They only prepared them.
Anyway, look after yourself.
See you later.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
So I should actually talk to this guy now.
Pleasure to welcome you once again to the as yet humble confines of Corvo Bianco. When last we met, I did not get the opportunity to present my credentials. With your permission, I shall do so now. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great.
If you say so.
Can already see I'm in good hands.
So tell me more about Corvo Bianco.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Kedweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate.
Fair.
Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
So, could you show me around?
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill.
To which it is probably dark and does not look as good as it could. Yep.
Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Okay.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she
Good for
arrived
her.
in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
Sounds like an illustrious woman. Ah, sweet
The
chickens.
servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays. Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves.
Hey,
planted in
shrimp!
their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
You shouldn't be up. You're travelling. Unless you've already travelled. In which case, hello London shrimp.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Okay, that's nice. Ooh, plants. What plants do I get? Could be better. I need the healing plant. The yellow plant. Says you. I am
Nice one.
right next to London.
Picturesque.
It's fine.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped.
Oh.
Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, I watch from Airbnb. Is it just you, or do I have weird gained audience of strangers? Strangers! Don't know why I'd be streaming on Twitch if I say that about strangers, but there you go.
Gets one viewer. Stranger danger! Shuts down stream.
Shush.
Monsieur Bolius is
Can you
one
hug the
really
burbs?
kept a guard
I think my arms are too strong to hug the burbs.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
I can plant flowers? Please tell me I can plant flowers. I can make so many healing potions if that's the case. Hey, you're slow. Move.
Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Hey, Barnabas Basil. Do you make pasta? 'Cause you should. Just me. Yuki is very asleep. Ah, yes, Yuki. The mysterious Yuki. I know little about this one. Stranger. Sleeping stranger.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Almost done with the tour.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
You say that like you have a file in everyone. No, no, no. I'm not your groin. Or maybe I am. How would you know? How many are there? Is a question.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
I'm just gonna quickly move the chat box because I'm kind of guessing. Everyone, lol. Aha! Might make it a little bit smaller. Yeah. Because yeah, that should do it. Yeah. Blazoing. Blazoing? Ah, you're growing. Blazoing. Sounds like some kind of catapult.
And welcome inside.
I've already been here.
On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corvo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification,
A small
consider
sum?
me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
How much will it cost?
Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
The house itself.
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the rest of the...
Oof. Oof.
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, highly skilled at what they...
Okay. We get it.
Is there anything...
That's all for now, BB. Thanks.
BB. I like this Geralt. Ah. Nice. Series sword on the rack. You are waiting for your bed to be replaced. You cannot use it now. How rude.